YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy living in London, back again with another video for you guys. So today's video is life-changing decisions. Before we get into it, if you're enjoying the content I'm providing, please, it means so much to me. Honestly, it helps my channel grow, it helps my channel get out to more people. If you could just subscribe, like, comment, and share on your social media platforms, just so people can see it, they might like your boy. Anyway, so today's video is life-changing decisions, and let's get into it. Alright, cool. So we're trying to get away from the gang stuff all the time, and plus I'm trying to give you like an insight into just how, and just everything. It's not all, I wasn't a 24/7 gangster, you know, sometimes I was just other stuff as well. So here's some other stuff. Alright, it's 2017, I've been scammed out of my Bitcoin, my missus kicked me out, and I'm at my baby mum's, yeah? Now, thankfully she let me come and stay back, because I'd have been fucked. I don't know what I would have done. So shout out to the baby mums for supporting your boy. You know what I'm saying? But, because we weren't together for ages, so she could have told me to fuck off, but she, you know what I'm saying? She opened her doors to me, so, you know? But we're really cool now, we co-parent and stuff, and we're just, you know, trying to raise the kids the best we can. So, anyway, we're not talking about that today. We are talking about me being at my baby mum's. That's where I am right now. And you know, okay, so I used to be muscly and big, yeah? But when you don't maintain that muscle and you're not going to the gym constantly and you're eating crap, you're not eating healthy, what happens is you just lose that and it just becomes flabby. And it's hard to, you know, eat healthy when you're just not feeling good about yourself and life's not going as you wanted it to go or as you thought it would go when you was younger. Sorry about the washing machine if you can hear it. You know what? I'm going to pause it quickly. One sec. I'm back. Right, so I'm feeling shit about myself. I'm not feeling good. Me and my baby mum were not together at the time, yeah? Cool. Slowly things, I'm there every day, so we start getting romantic again. And then she gets pregnant, we have another kid, blah, blah, blah. But at that time, I'm bidding for flats. I'm trying to find my own space, you know, and I'm going through thoughts in my head like, fuck, you know, is this what life's come to? Is this how things are for me now, you know? I was basically homeless. I didn't have nowhere to live. I had no money. I had no friends, really. I all my stuff that I'd accumulated through the life had slowly just gone, you know? So I was at a point in my life where I'm like, okay then, let me get Daisy in the picture. Sorry guys, amateur. You know what, she's gonna snore. Daisy, you're a heavy breather. I love you so much, right? But you're gonna have to go up there, just for the video. Heavy breather. So, I'm feeling shit about myself, like, there's nothing to look forward to in the future, there's no plans, no goals, nothing. I'm just existing, you know, on this bloody floating rock, flying through space. So, it starts to get a bit hectic between me and my baby mum, you know, because I'd come, not because I wanted to get back with her, but because basically I had nowhere else to go. So it was kind of like a convenience thing. And obviously she was going through her stuff, I'm going through my stuff, and we kind of butted heads towards the end. And it was just getting a bit hard to be there, you know. I needed my own space to grow. And I remember saying to her, it must have been April 2018, yeah? Because when I got there, it was like the end of 2017, beginning of 2018. So like, about April, I remember saying to her, I'm not eating chocolate no more. Because I just eat loads of crap all the time to feel better about myself. And sometimes when you're eating this stuff, you just go like into like an unconscious sort of, not unconscious, but like you're not thinking. You're just eating, you're just consuming to make yourself feel better, whether it's drugs, alcohol, whatever your vice is. Like, think about that next time when you're consuming whatever it is. You're just doing it. You're not even feeling good about it anymore. You're just doing it to just pass the time almost. So, I'm at that stage of my life, and I made the choice not to eat chocolate because, well, I'm thinking that's an easy one. It wasn't not smoking weed, it wasn't start saving money, it was just, I'm not eating chocolate no more, you know? And then from there, it progressed to not eating other stuff and blah, blah, blah. But so from April to like May, June. So from April to June, it was getting a bit hard to be at my baby mum's. And I'm thinking, fuck, I need to get away from this, but I've got nowhere to go. This is the only place I can be. And then like a heaven sent bloody miracle, I get a flat viewing right here. and I'm 14th on the list. So that means there's 13 people above me on the list. Now, this has been happening to me for years. For the last 10 years, I go to a place, it looks good, I accept it. I accept it, saying, yeah, I'll take this flat, and someone will always come and take it. So I wasn't too convinced when I'm like 14th on the list, shouldn't even go. But I'm in a nice area, in a nice little spot in Camden. It's real nice, right next to the Overground station. It's literally 10 seconds that way, you know? And yeah, my mum's house is down the road, so I'm in the local area to where I've lived the whole life. And it's a nice bit of Camden because so much part of Camden is crap. And so I go to this flat viewing there, and it's the lady I've seen so many times. And I'm like, yeah, I accept, blah, blah, blah. And it's like a half an hour gap. So you go there, you accept, you wait for other people to come, they accept, and depending on how far you're on the list, the highest person on the list gets the flat. So now I'm waiting to get my heart broke again, yeah, because I've even got a garden, yeah, in London. That's hard to get, especially with bedsit. So anyway, so I'm waiting now for my heart to get broke, waiting for someone to come in. 10 minutes go past, no one comes. 15 minutes go past, I'm thinking, no way, someone's definitely gonna come. And you normally wait another 5 or 10 minutes after the half an hour, just to make sure if anyone's late or something. So now it's 25 minutes, someone knocks on the door, I'm like, fuck my luck, man, fuck it. Some guy comes in, he's like, wicked, I accept it. It's like, bro, are you fucking serious, man? Seriously, I badly need this. But anyway, I'm like, where are you on the list? He's like, it's 15th. I'm like, bro, I'm 14th, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, okay. And I wait and no one else comes. And I'm like, yo, no one's here. This is my gap. And I'm like to the woman, is this mine? She's like, yeah, basically it's yours. Just make sure everything's fine. I'm like, I can't believe it in my head. Me and my baby mum, I'm sorry, man, you breathe too heavy. Me and my baby mum had an agreement that when I get my flat, I move out, because obviously things ain't going well, like I said, yeah? So I've got the flat and I'm moving out. I've got no furniture in it, nothing, but I am just happy. You know, I've got my own space, you know, and I've been in prison for long, you know, so I know, I'm used to like just cells and stuff, you know, I'm used to just being in a fucking room, you know, I've been down the block for months, and then, so I'm used to all this kind of stuff, so that wasn't bothering me. The fact that I had my own flat was proper. I was well happy with that. It was a base for me to grow, like a plant pot with mud in it. There's nothing but mud in it, but that mud and that seed that you put in it, it's gonna grow. I was the seed in the mud, boy. And so I started getting bits of the flat slowly but surely, and then I started thinking properly about my life and decisions I've made. And I said, okay, I got 3 kids. One of my kids is 20. One is 8, the other is 2. So my 20-year-old had a kid a couple of years ago, which means, yeah, your boy's a granddad. What? I'm 30, I'm a granddad. I'm still young, youthful in my mind, but bro, you know? And when you have a child young and you raise a child, sometimes the child just has a child young themselves. And like, my mum had me young when she was like 18, 19. And it almost becomes a cycle. And you can't be a proper good parent. Shout out to the people that are good parents at that young age, at teenagers, but I was just not parent material, you know? Now I'm coming into it, I'm learning my responsibilities, I'm becoming more aware of it and all. Back then, I wasn't a good dad, I was a shit dad, yeah? I'm becoming better, I'm learning, you know? But I'm still, you class as like an okay dad, pretty shit, you know? Anyway, so that's happened now. And I'm saying to myself, look, man, women ain't the answer. Money's not the answer. Something's happening in here that is creating a reality for me that is not okay. I'm not happy with. What the hell am I gonna do? So I decided to cut off all bad habits, bad spending habits. I didn't cut off the weed, obviously, but I needed the weed to cope with all the stuff. Cause I still got a lot of stuff to deal with in my head, you know? And but yeah, so I used the weed as a coping mechanism. But saying that, today is the first day that I'm actually trying to come off the weed and go into the hash. I got some real nice hash, it's expensive, but it's like, it's a way I can wean myself off the weed, and then come off the hash and then just be a better content creator, a better dad, a better son, a better content creator, let's get that in order, and a better person for myself and a better person for my community. Cool. So I'm cutting off bad habits, and I said, you know what, women aren't a bad habit, but my relationship with women it's not a good one, because I'm always going through the same sort of cycles, choosing the same sort of women, And I never have girls as friends. I'm always trying to bang them, or I am like intimate with them, like having sex, or it's like we've gone through that and now we just hate each other. And I wanted to have different relationships just with different people. I didn't want people just being around me because of reputation, or because they were scared, or because they thought they had to, or because we was benefiting. I wanted it to be real stuff. I wanted real connection with people. I wanted just real stuff. I'd been trying to get stuff the easy way for so long, and it would come and it would go, it would come and it would go, but I'd never accumulate anything, and I would make my mental health worse, man. It would be fucked up. And years of doing it, not addressing the problems in your head, it just creates more of a burden. And you start blaming other people, you start thinking it's this person, it's that person, but like I said, and like I continue to say, the only person that can change is you. And you can change your responses and the way you see things. So instead of looking at things like a victim, like, man, this happened to me and that happened to me and blah, blah, blah when I was a child and whatever, yeah? Instead of thinking that as a victim, start saying, okay, that's happened to me, but now what do I do and what have I learned and what can I gain to change that? How can I be a better person? How can I not make people feel like how I felt and all that kind of stuff? So I've been celibate for 3 years. 3 years in April. I haven't had no women around me. I've just been on this solo mission, and since like 2 weeks ago, I've just been figuring out what I'm gonna do. And because of all the stuff, all the love and it, I'm just gonna do this full time. I'm gonna be a content creator. So I need to stop smoking weed. I need to be more disciplined in myself, and I need to be more of a better person, man. More helpful to other people, you know. And yeah, so the reason why I didn't know when I was gonna, so let me backtrack a bit. I didn't know when I decided not to eat chocolate that it was gonna lead to all this type of stuff. But I had to anchor myself somewhere, because I was like a ship, just getting blown here, blown there, blown everywhere. I didn't have no course, no direction. So because of that, sometimes I'm getting blown in the negative, sometimes I'm getting blown in the positive. But I had no control over where I was going or what I would do. But now I've anchored myself down with not eating chocolate, and slowly but surely I was able to figure out where I was, who I am. And I really, after years of thinking, I'm not a bad person. I've done bad things to good people. I've done bad things to bad people. I've made bad choices in my life. But the person I am today, the person I've created, the person that is thinking right now and talking to you guys is not a bad person. And it took me years to even tell myself that. I was a piece of shit to myself for years. I'm like, yeah, piece of shit. You know, and I'd reinforce that with so much other stuff. But now I'm starting to feel better. Now the comments you guys are giving me, sometimes I'll sit there for hours reading comments, talking to people on Instagram that I don't even know. But you're messaging me through the videos, and you're giving me a purpose of life almost. I've got the kids and that, but like, you know, just like to provide and stuff. Now, I don't make no money off of YouTube or anything. I'm doing this as a hobby, but I am going to take it more seriously. I'm going to start doing that Google AdSense or whatever it's called, you know, so I can start making money off videos, maybe even make merch in a few months. I will take this more seriously, but I never had the confidence for ages to do this. I've been in my own head, in my own flat, just angry at everyone, but really the real anger comes that you're angry at yourself. But sometimes it's so hard to deal with and look at yourself. You're looking at other people because it's easy. Fuck him, fuck her. They did this to me. They did that to me. It doesn't help. But it helps in the way that you realize it's like going through a bush. Yeah, you're getting through all this crap. This person said that, this person said that, this person said that, this person said that. You finally get to the end of the journey and it's a mirror, bro. And you're looking straight back at yourself and you realize it was you. Your decisions put you here. Your decisions made this. So anyone watching this, going through any type of thing, they feel like shit, life ain't going, they're in a crappy relationship, whatever your situation is, you can change it by making little decisions at first. Learning how to maintain them little decisions and then build upwards. Don't ever think as you can't do this and you can't do that. The only time we can't do anything is when we're dead. Until then, all bets are off. We can do whatever we want. 2 weeks ago, I was watching YouTube. Now I'm on it. So come on, guys. Like, let's shake off that victim mentality, that mentality that keeps us in this negative thought process and this negative environment we create for ourselves and this negative relationships we have with certain people, and let's turn it on our head and let's say, what can we change? How can we make people feel better? How can we be better people in our community? How can we be role models and stuff like that? And how can you provide? How can you just have a clear head? And that's by accepting you've made wrong choices, accepting you can't change the past, accepting the present is now here to make the future. So forget the past, people. It's done. We're here. We're free. It's lockdown, but we can still make stuff happen. We can still do the right thing, and we can still have positive relationships with people, you know? So this is just a thing of me, of a little thing of me. We'll go into a bit deeper maybe another time, of just one of my things where I was aware of I was making changes. I didn't know where I was going, but I knew I had to change something. And it's leading now. Look, I'm on YouTube. I've got the confidence. I feel good and all that kind of stuff. I'm training. So, yeah, this is just a kind of like an uplifting one. People will just keep up the fight, just keep it going. If I can support you in any way, I will. Get in the comments, message me on Instagram at living_in_LDN, all lowercase. And yeah, follow me. So I couldn't do the crypto one yesterday, but you guys are giving me so much positivity and so much love that sometimes I'll sit there with a couple of joints and I'm just TV's off. I'm sitting here with the dogs on me and I'm just reading comments, going through the comments, talking to you on Instagram. And that to me, but I'm happy. That's good for me, you know what I'm saying? That's contact with people, positive contact. And it feels like I'm doing something good. And I've never had that feeling. Never had that feeling. So to get that feeling, for you guys to give that to me. And even old family members that I haven't spoken to in years contacting me. So all this stuff is making me think like this is what I'm doing. This is my calling and this is where my journey is going, you know? So a little story of how I've been celibate for 3 years, how I dieted, and how I just kind of, in my head, had to refocus of what was important, what was not important, and who was I really? Not who I'm trying to be, not who I think I am, not who I want to be, but who am I really? I hope when you guys answer that, you get the right, happy response, and you get, and sometimes you may not. Because at that moment when I'm asking myself, who am I was a piece of shit. But I'm saying, all right, cool. So sometimes you can ask yourself that and you can be like, well, boy, if I'm honest, I'm shitty. Yeah, but you can change that. You can change that by the first decision you make. You know what I'm saying? Every journey starts with one step, people. One step. I love you guys. Living in London. I'm out. If you like the content, don't forget to like, share, comment. Peace.